So welcome to sunny Manchester. Now, when we think of Manchester and we think of curries, what do we think of? Well, we think of usually the Curry Mile, don't we? And the Curry Mile used to be the premier place to go to for curry, but it has changed over the years. That's not to say you can't get some great curries on the Curry Mile, but it is changing, and there's lots of grills, shisha bars, and other types of food which are equally as good, but the Curry Mile has changed. But Manchester, the curry scene in Manchester is not just about the Curry Mile, it's about other places that you might not know. One of them is where I am today, and you might not recognise it, but it might look to you quite industrial because we're in Cheetham Hill. Cheetham Hill in Manchester is home to some of the best little Pakistani cafes that you can get. The original 𝒀𝒢 is in Cheetham Hill. Obviously there's the one in Manchester in the northern quarter. Today we're going to feature two places that I want you to see because they really are the epitome of desi home style Pakistani eating. Simple places, but the food is amazing. So we're going to Chapati Corner, and we'll be going to the Sultan Taste, and we'll be reviewing the food there. So come on, let's get going. And we've got a selection of curries here that we're going to sample, which they've kindly brought for us. We've got a keema, chicken keema. So that's like a mincemeat curry with potato. We've got this chicken curry here, which is just a basic Pakistani style chicken curry. We've got a chicken on the bone curry here with peppers. I think he said that's 𝒬𝒢𝒄𝒌. We've got a mixed veg curry here, and then we've got some pilau rice and a naan bread here. I'm a bit of a rice snob, so I just like to try the rice on its own. It's well done. When I say well done, it's made well. It's not sticky or quaggy or anything like that. I wouldn't say it contains any particular spice in that. So I think it's coloured, but not spiced. So it's just like, really, it's just like a plain basmati rice. It's fine. But I wouldn't say it was particularly the tastiest rice I've had, but it's certainly fine. So let's try it with some of the curry. We'll try this keema first. That is lovely. That is really, that's got that home style taste. Really tastes like, you know, you would get in a typical Pakistani home. I'll just try this potato. Perfect waxy potato, not overcooked, just right. And you can tell that it's been cooked actually in this keema curry. It's not just been added in at the last minute. Really lovely. That's so creamy, that potato. Just gonna try a bit more of the keema. When I think of keema, I tend to think of like lamb mince, not chicken mince, but this really works. It's really, really nice. And it's got really nice heat and spice to it. Yeah, definitely like that. Very good. Not too oily either. Okay, what next? This is just like a basic chicken curry. Got like a nice sauce to it. Let's just try that. So it's not on the bone, just chicken off the bone. Just to let you know, it's 11:30 in the morning. Nothing wrong in having curry for breakfast. It's the first meal of the day, by the way. But this place is getting busy already. That's quite mild, delicately spiced. I'm not sure that they're using thigh. I think it's probably breast, chicken breast. I prefer thigh personally, but it's tasty, very tasty. Let's try another one. I can see some cumin seeds. You're not even seeing them in there. Just like the camera, have a little look. Can you see the cumin seeds? That's what I love about home style curry. They will use whole spices in it. You can definitely taste that. But that's, I prefer the keema to that. Let's just try. Is this on the bone?
Yeah.
Wow, what's that?
Sweet rice.
Sweet rice. Wow.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's a piece.
After you know, you need to take it home.
Oh, can we? Oh, that'd be perfect. Thank you. He's just brought us some more rice. Have a look at that. He said it's a sweet rice. Let's try that. My wife's digging in here as well, aren't you? Oh, man, alive. That, oh my goodness. That is a find. I've never tasted anything like that. What is in that? What's that? Is that garlic? That's garlic, I think.
I don't think it is.
No, that's some sort of nut.
Yeah. Sweet, isn't it?
I think that's an almond nut. What's this red here? I mean, it's probably food colouring, but it...
It tastes gorgeous.
Oh, well, my wife's saying it tastes gorgeous. Well, that means it does taste gorgeous. Right, we'll try this. Getting carried away here. Let's try this. This is on the bone. I think this is lamb, actually. Yeah, this is a lamb curry on the bone. Let's have some of the sauce. So I got that wrong before. All this is excellent, by the way.
Thank you.
Superb. This lamb, this is lamb, not, yeah, it's lamb. It's on the bone here. But some people don't like eating meat on the bone. They feel it's a little bit messy. You might have to get the fingers involved, but the taste difference. Honestly, guys, you're not used to eating curries that are on the bone. You need to start trying them. Oh my goodness, that is so good. Katie, you just got to taste this. That.
If you stop talking, I can have that.
Right. It's torture for my wife Katie because she's having to hold the camera and film me eating this, but she's hungry herself and she's not had any of it yet. What do you think of that lamb curry?
Gorgeous. Peppers in it, right?
This reminds me of a curry that I had, interestingly, in Dubai. So I got to film the wedding in Dubai, and the groom was Pakistani, but he'd been brought up in Dubai. And I was telling him about the YouTube channel, how much I love curry, and he said, I'm going to take you to the best place in Dubai for Pakistani food. And they took me to this place where we ate out in the street, and we sat on this like huge platform. I would have filmed it, but we were just rushing that day. But anyway, it was like a platform that you sat on, cross-legged, and they brought us a curry out, and it tasted like this. So this is probably as good as that curry that I had in Dubai. That lamb curry is just so good, isn't it?
It's one of the best ones I've ever tasted.
Right. I'm getting carried away. Let me just have a bit of water just to rinse the palate. We're going to try this vegetable curry. So in this vegetable curry, we've got cauliflower. We've got potato. We've got some peas. And obviously some fresh coriander in there. All right, I'll try the cauliflower first. It's sweet. There's a bit of a sweetness to that. If I'm completely honest, I tend to find that when you go to like your typical Pakistani desi cuisine, vegetarian curries are not their forte. The lamb on the bone, the chicken on the bone, those curries, yes. Kebab, yeah. Vegetarian curries, not. Having said that, this is one of the better ones I've had. The cauliflower's not overcooked. Sometimes if you get cauliflower in a curry, it can be just overcooked, a bit mushy and no texture. But this isn't, it's perfect. Do you want to try that?
We'll try that first.
Naan bread, we've not tried the naan bread.
Garlic.
Garlic naan, yeah. Right, I'm gonna just put a bit of the curry sauce on this naan bread. So, here we go. This is some of the chicken curry, that mild chicken curry. So we've got some of the sauce on a garlic naan. Very, very good. Taste-wise, I'd say that was 10 out of 10. Softness, a little bit firmer. It's a bit thinner than your typical sort of Indian restaurant naan bread, which is often sometimes quite thick and very doughy. That isn't, but taste-wise, the garlic, you can really taste the garlic in that. Lovely, very, very nice. I'm gonna get the name of the chef of what this rice is, and I'll try and pick his brain a little bit and find out what he puts in it, because I've never had this before. I can taste cardamom. I can taste rose water, because they often use rose water in their rices. More nuts. The nuts are coming out. That is so good. I'm gonna have to you're gonna have to have some more of this, Katie. Come on. So I've just finished eating in the chapati corner, and that overall, it's excellent. In fact, I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was. It beat my expectations and was better than some other places I've been to. For Pakistani authentic desi cuisine, this is top notch. It really is. And the guy that served us is Mahmood. So you want to, when you go in, ask for Mahmood. He's the owner and he's so friendly. And when we went in there, we told him that we were going to review his food for our channel. And that would be honest about it, you know, we'd tell him what, you know, we really liked and critique something if we didn't think it was as good. And he was fine with it. If you're coming to Manchester for a curry, leave the curry mile for a little while. The curry mile is not what it used to be, but you'll find some of the best, tastiest Pakistani style cooking, desi cooking, home style cooking, authentic food in Cheetham Hill. And that's what I'm going to feature. So this is a whole new series about eating out in Manchester. But we're starting with Cheetham Hill, not the Curry Mile. We'll get to the Curry Mile, don't worry. There's still one or two nice places around there, but there are lots of other places in and around Manchester that serve really good curry, and this is one of them, so you better check it out. So now we're in the Sultan Taste. I don't know the road that we're on, but I'll put it in the description. All these places I'm going to put in the description of the video so you can know where they are. You can go and check them out. So what have we got here? So we've got a lamb on the bone curry, and you can see that it's got some fresh green chili on top of it there. I've got a little extra plate of fresh green chili, fresh ginger shredded, and some fresh coriander, so you can put a little bit extra on there if you want. We've got a little plate here with some yogurt and some chili sauce, and we've ordered a chicken biryani, which looks, as you can hear Katie say there, this looks absolutely amazing. It's got those lovely crispy fried onions on there, I don't know if you can see them. We've got a chapati. So in the last place we had a naan bread, we had a garlic naan bread in the other place, but I always prefer a chapati. I just like them. They're wholemeal. They don't fill you up as much as a naan bread does. So I've gone for chapati here. And then we've just got a little bit of salad. He's just given us a little bit of salad here, which is just nice, just to add a little bit of freshness.
Fried fish.
What's this, fried fish?
Fresh fried fish.
So what's your name, my friend? What's it?
𝒎𝒂𝒛𝒐𝒏.
Bacchus. So this is, are you the chef here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So ask for this guy when you come and he'll make sure that he looks after you.
Fresh biryani.
Fresh
Every
biryani.
day fresh make.
Oh,
Today
fantastic.
is chicken biryani and tomorrow is chicken pulao and next is lamb pulao, then chicken biryani. Then Friday and Sunday is lamb nihari, fresh lamb nihari.
And
Fresh
yes,
lamb nihari is
yeah.
yeah, Friday and Sunday here.
Yeah.
And the reason that they do that on those days is because it takes a long time to cook. How many hours did you say you spent?
Yeah.
Is that, how many hours do you cook that for, the lamb nihari?
8-9 hours.
8-9 hours.
Slow for
Yeah, I've had that before and it is
Yeah.
very, very good. Yeah.
Soft lamb.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much. Well, we'll get stuck in. Thank you. So, we're going to try this biryani first. So it's chicken on the bone. So often in these sorts of establishments, it'll be on the bone. That chicken is just so tender. And you can taste the spices in that. By the way, I'm teaching Katie how to operate a camera. So if the camera works a bit dodgy, it's not my fault.
Turn it off now. I'm letting you eat.
She's having to watch me eat again. The rice is lovely. Those fried onions that are cooked really slow really do season and flavour the rice, so you can taste the onion in the rice. You can taste, I don't know if it's like clove or cinnamon, but it really, just very delicate, very, very subtle, not overt, but it really does make it delicious, absolutely delicious. These places, they're more like a cafe. I was just talking to this guy, he's like a trucker and he finds these places on YouTube, and he says you can spend the same amount in Greg's getting a sandwich and a drink, or spend £8 and come here and they give you like rice with 3 curries. But the surroundings are not fancy, but the food is what speaks for itself. It's not about the surroundings. You know, if you go to an Indian restaurant, it's got to be plush, hasn't it? But these places serve the best food and the daytime businesses as well. So let's try something else. So what have we got here? This is fish. We'll show that fish, Katie. So I'm going to just try a little bit of this fish with a bit of this yogurt. Yeah, so it's in sort of a... There's something in that batter. Yeah, I can see they've got cumin seeds in it. There's cumin seeds in there. Looks like maybe a little bit of chili. Yeah, I can see a bit of chili in that batter. I'll try it on its own without the yogurt sauce. It is hot. My wife's going to love that. She loves Pakistani fish. You're going to absolutely love that. That is so good. Look at that fish. I'll show you that. Look at that. That fish is absolutely delicious. It's so fresh. Let me just try it in a little bit of the yogurt sauce. Do you know what? That's amongst the best fish I've ever had. That's so good, that.
Really?
So let's try the lamb curry. So I'm going to start with a bit of chapati. I love the fact there's lots of gravy with this curry. That lamb tastes like it's been cooked for 9 hours. That just melts in the mouth. You've got to try that.
It looks like you get fresh ginger
Yeah.
and chilies.
Fresh ginger and the fresh chilies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really makes a difference. It adds like another layer of flavour. That is like, trying to describe that, that's like a well-cooked stew that's a curry, if that makes sense. It's been cooked for so long, and the gravy just tastes like a really good casserole, but Pakistani with like spices. And now I don't detect any whole spices in here. It's a very smooth sauce. Yeah, it's very delicately spiced. When you get it, if you don't want the green chilies on it, you can just tell them I don't want green chilies on it, because that's what adds the heat into it. They don't make this curry like, say, a madras or any particular curry. It's just a lamb curry. It's just subtly spiced. It's not hot. You get your heat from your fresh ginger, your fresh chilies. Let's have another try of the lamb on its own. That is just so good. Really, really good. Everything's good. That fish, I can't really find any sort of critique, really. I'm trying to make sure that if I review this sort of food, I'm completely honest. And I said that to the people when I've come in and said, I'm just going to review the food. Are you okay with me doing that? And they were. And obviously they're going to worry a little bit that I'm going to find something, but no, I can't really say anything that they could improve here. It's just all really, really, really good. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to switch the camera off a little bit, because Katie's just staring at this food holding the camera, and that isn't fair, is it really? So we'll come back and we'll do a final sum up. So we've just finished eating in the Sultan Taste. We're just speaking to the owner there. He had another business around the corner, and they've just set this one up. And the food there was absolutely excellent. I couldn't really find anything to critique about it. I'm trying to be honest and give an honest review, and if I feel there's something that... The only thing that I would say, perhaps the biryani wasn't piping hot. Taste-wise though, it was perfect. Often English people like their food served up piping hot. In Asian cuisine, they don't eat it that way. I find you don't taste the spices and the flavours as well if it's absolutely piping hot. So for me, it wasn't a problem. Which was good about this place here is he wants me to come and try the nahari, which they do on a Tuesday and on a Sunday, and it takes about 8 hours to cook it, as you could hear in the video. And he says, honestly, if you taste that, it'll be the best you've ever tasted. So I'm going to come back and review that as a separate visit. He's also doing the place up. He was, I think, a little bit self-conscious about the fact that it's just very like a cafe. It's basic, but these places are like that. They were originally set up to serve mill workers, Pakistani workers that came over here in the 70s and 80s and just didn't like English food, and they would eat in places like this. So it's just... But this is like authentic food at its best. It's the sort of food, if you went to Pakistan, this is what you'd get. The other thing that's interesting is that fish, which was so good, and Katie loved it, he gave us the recipe for it. So I'm gonna make that on the channel, because honestly, you're gonna wanna try that fish. And he even told us what the fish was. So we'll be making that on the channel, but more about that coming soon. So we're absolutely stuffed. That's 2 places. We said we were gonna do 3 on our first, but I don't think we can do 3. But we'll just we'll wander around and show you some interesting stuff in and around Manchester when it comes to the curry scene, that is. So stay tuned.